It is so cold, I can barely feel my fingers. But we got to talk about Yugioh. Just because it's -6 degrees outside, that's right, that's -6 Fahrenheit. I know most of you, yeah, I'm talking to you guys from California and those of you down in Florida. You're spoiled, all right? You don't get to know what real winter is. You know, those negative people. And yes, my friends in Wisconsin, I understand you guys experience -30. I'm just kidding. So from all around the world, this is the Cold Duelist. So, I want to talk about appropriate gear you should be bringing this winter if you're going to try to play Yu-Gi-Oh! In the Midwest. So, a lot of people don't really talk about this. But if you're going to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're used to a really cold environment and things like that, your hands are going to crack. And, well, Robbie, what the fuck do you mean by crack? You ever just shuffle your hand while playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And like the edges of the sleeves just kind of cut into your skin a little bit? Fair fun fact, Yu-Gi-Oh! Can do that. Typically when you're getting ready to travel in the wee coldest coldest months of the year, December, January, and maybe a little bit of February, always make sure you're bringing some extra background equipment. My mother always used to fill my car with fucking salt and a shovel and shit like that before I'd go to an event. You know, you never realize just how great it is until you're stuck out in the middle of nowhere because you thought you could go 55 over the field of snow. You get stuck and then you got to take the shovel out and be like, ah, damn it, Mom, you were right. How dare I not understand how this world works? Yeah, that's typically how you're going to feel. Complete and utter idiot. So, the Cold Duelist, we've now reached -8 degrees. I like how the further I get closer into town for food, it gets colder. I don't understand these things. Could you guys imagine if we had a fucking, what was it, the Frozen archetype? Ugh. The irony. Actually, spoiler, could you imagine if Yu-Gi-Oh! Did anything with anybody other than Konami? It's like crossovers. Oh my god, dude. The amazing things we could have. But I know this video won't apply to a lot of you guys. We've never really touched on just what you should be bringing with you for events in the middle of winter. But you know, you've got to typically make sure that you've got your deck list ready. Also, to all of you out there that are like, oh my god, my cards are warping. Humidity, duelist. Did you forget that cards like to warp because of cold weather? Woohoo! Science! I know a few people got their Link Rebos in the mail and they're like, oh my god, they're bent. No, they're not bent. They're warped. You know how you fix a card warping? You put some heavy shit on it and you flatten it out. You figure that'd be common knowledge to a lot of duelists out there. And trust me, as a duelist living in the negatives right now, a lot of people take this first-hand knowledge for granted. It's some of like the easiest shit to fix, but I hear the most complaints about it. Like, oh my god, my cards are European and they're warping. Fuck the manufacturers. Whee! Like, oh no, that's not how that works. All right, your cards are warping because they're fucking cold. All right, and as someone, if you're planning to go to an event this winter, let's be completely honest here for like one gosh darn cotton pick a moment here. Your cards are going to warp if they're in your car for 3 hours while you're driving to a regional. Also, make sure you give your car ample time to warm up. Fucking life lesson numero uno here. Alright, for some reason, if you're gonna just walk outside your front door without even like clearing off your car, because you think that this is a good fucking idea, your car might stall and might not start, or your car just might be like, kill me. Like, cars do make these sounds. Just because it goes, and then it's like, that's the sound of your ride dying, or it's too fucking cold. You know, give your car time to warm up before you shift it into overdrive because you think you're fucking Yusei Fudo and you're gonna Excel Synchro Summon. Also, ample fucking sleep. Oh my god. You know the amount of people, like, winter's like, you try sleeping in a fucking cold car from hell going home for an event? Have you? Because it's not fun. You ain't sleeping, alright? I had a horrifying event once in my life where people were talking about, well, I don't have a heater. You want to drive 3 hours to an event? No! 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 Or your heater goes out halfway home. I had a regional I went to one time where our power steering went out, and we like had to crank the wheel like super hard to like get it home. Yeah, I remember. Those were the good old days. Amount of car troubles I've been, just because we've been traveling to regionals for goddamn near 10 years doesn't mean we don't have some war stories. So keep in mind that like, just because you're going to an event doesn't mean that things are gonna go uno momento, gonna go your way. I think that's like one of the weird things about it. Just like, you gotta be prepared because it's winter, because you know lady motherfucking snow is gonna fuck you up if you're not prepared for that booty, because she do things that you didn't think she could do, like just watch a car drive over the railing of a road. I came home from a Michigan regional once in the middle of a snowstorm and watched a guy drive off the ledge of a fucking thing because it was icy, because the guy didn't know how to drive in snow. Also, drive slow. Can't stress this one enough. This one should be super obvious because, you know, I'm not from Atlanta, and just because I have 1/4 of an inch of snow on the ground, I don't have to call for a state of emergency. I went down to Atlanta one year for a fucking YCS. The entire state's underneath the state of emergency, and they have like a little trickle of snow on the ground. Meanwhile, I got fucking near fucking 4-foot snow drifts behind my house. But it's cool because it's the South, and they've got like only 4 snow plows in the entire city of Atlanta, Georgia. So, fun fact: they don't prepare as hard as we do up here in the Midwest. And God bless those of you in Wisconsin. You guys are the real MVPs. I don't understand how you handle these negatives. I deal with this once a year for a couple of months, and it is not worth the ass reaming that fucking comes from it. I tell you that. You know, sometimes you'll take for granted the advice that other people give you, especially on something as simple as this. You know, checking the weather, things like that. You know, they're all common sense issues you would think, but every once in a while, you know, your local winter duelist, you know, just because I'm chilling out here in the cold, in the teens, the negative teens, excuse me, the single digits. You know, you guys got to be thankful for these. You know, I've experienced my fair share of cold nights because of card trouble and things like that. Yeah, I know I said card trouble, or card, but it's supposed to be card trouble. You know, you don't want to experience the coldest night of your life just because you broke down, you know, 4 hours away from home because you went to a regional. You know, you never want to experience that. It's a very, very weird feeling, and it's one that you won't tend to forget because it leaves scars on you. The mental kind of scars. I'm not trying to scare any of you cold duelists out there, but remember, the frostbite's coming for you. So just always stay bundled up, and you know, keep those cards and chilling on the trade binders. Actually, that's like one of the coolest parts. Like, even you'll never understand the Yu-Gi-Oh community until you're like outside a venue and it's like 10 degrees outside and you're walking in and people are still asking for trades. Like, do I look like I want to fucking stop outside when I'm freezing my goddamn titties off? It's just like, fucking trades? Let me get inside. No, man, I'm looking for my copy of Dark Magician Girl. Like, bro, I'm trying to side deck 3 copies for this weekend. And you're just like, bro, what you doing? It's like, look, man, I found this YouTube video. It fucking had this cool combo. You know, it's got a 90% win rate. Guy played it 3 times. And 1-2 tied 1. And I'm just like, bro, that's like 60%. He's like, no, bro, he could have won. So it's like 90%. Like, okay, sure. Like, just let me get inside, though. And he's still trying to badger me for trades outside. This all fucking happened, by the way. Like, I really wish I could joke about these kinds of events, but, like, who the fuck stands outside the venue freezing their goddamn asses off? And it's just like, trades. Trading in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is an addictive drug in and in itself to some of these people, it seems. Ugh. Just take care of yourselves this winter. You know, this message doesn't appeal to those of you out in California or Florida, because you guys aren't real cold winter people. And, you know, this video might apply to those of you in Europe, you know, especially the card warping part. But I'm dumbfounded by, like, how people don't understand the easy tips and things like this. You know, the 101s of Yu-Gi-Oh! You would think it would be easy to understand, right? Yeah, I don't get it. Also, shout out to those people that don't take care of themselves. I love seeing the one guy who's just obviously, like, I can't believe you're wearing, it's 10 degrees outside, and you're just wearing shorts and sandals to an event. Shout out to you, Josh Engel, buddy old pal. I love you. And you told me to mention this had I ever done this video. But bro, you gotta wear some pants, bro. Like, I feel like 0 to 10 degrees is like where you cut the line with the shorts and the sandals. Like, I wear socks with my sandals when it's like 50 degrees. But like, I'm cold. But like, man, I can only imagine what kind of, like, just how your winter is going if that is how things are going out there. So shout out to my boy Josh Engel. I will give you a lot of credit, man. You're always pulling off the winter look. Excuse me, you're pulling off the summer look in the dead middle of it being fucking 10 degrees outside. You are the real MVP of the Yu-Gi-Oh community, my boy. So, that's all I got. Cold Duelist, gonna be signing out here. Fucking remember, kids, stay frosty. And remember, it's fucking cold outside.